Question 20. Solve 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 equals 0. So we have 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now this here is a quadratic, so we need to factorize that. Now you can use the quadratic formula, or you can do it this way, two brackets. Now two numbers to times together to make minus 3, and two numbers that will add together to make positive 5. So the factors of 3 is 1 and 3. Let's try and put it this way round first of all. Now we know when we times 1 and 3, it's got to give us negative 3. So one of them must be negative, one must be positive. Let's try negative 1 and positive 3. So when we multiply this out, let's see what we get. We're going to get 2x times x, which is 2x squared. So far so good. 2x times 3, which is going to give us positive 6x. Minus 1 times x gives us minus x. And minus 1 times 3 gives us minus 3. So that's going to give us 2x squared plus 5x minus 3, which is the same. So we have factorized this correctly. Okay, now I'm just going to get rid of that bit here. That was just to check that I factorized it correctly. So therefore, 2x minus 1 in one bracket multiplied by x plus 3 is equal to 0. And we have to solve it, which means find the values of x. Now, you know this is a quadratic, so it's going to look something like this, and it's going to have two solutions. So, in order for this whole thing to equal 0, either this bracket has to be 0, or this bracket has to be 0. Because 0 times anything, any number, is going to equal 0. So, in order for this bracket to be 0, x is going to have to be minus 3. So that's one of the solutions, one of the x values. In order for this bracket to be 0, 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. So we're going to add 1 to both sides. So therefore, x is going to have to be a half. So 2 times a half is 1. 1 minus 1 is going to equal 0. So in order for this bracket here to be 0, x is going to have to be a half. So there's your two solutions for x. So have we solved the equation 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 equals 0? Yes, we have. X is equal to minus 3, and it's also equal to a half. And that's it for question 20. Now, question 20 is worth 3 marks in total. The first one is for factorizing 2x squared plus 5x minus 3, okay, regardless of the signs. If you've got the 1 and the 3, that's enough to get you the first mark. The second mark is if the signs are correct, so you factorized it correctly. And the third mark is for the answer of minus 3 and positive a half, or 0.5 of course. And that's it for question 20.